What's up, dingleberries? Welcome to Sherlock Holmes. We're playing a Sherlock Holmes game, and we're going to be solving some crimes, and we're also going to be solving some punishments. And I don't know what that means, but we're going to do it anyway. So, we're going to play as the best detective to ever walk this earth, Mr. Holmes. So let's solve some crimes, and let's get into it. Here we go. Part 4. Chop, chop. Oh. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's me for sure. Typical. Classic Holmes. Typical Holmes. To just be
Holmes, will you stop
shooting with a blindfold on. With some quirky music in the background.
utterly mad? Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Nonsense.
Blindfolded?
I was aiming for the vases.
Quiet, please.
Ooh, those,
Concentrate.
that window's, very glitchy.
Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is.
They
It's a
can
good
see
one.
me.
Gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A
Murder.
sailor, most probably.
We're getting right into
What
it.
happened here?
Right into the murders.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week.
I just
A
was...
grateful client from Limoges sent
He
me
shot
a
like
vase
12
collection
times with
this
that
morning.
gun, and
I
he
couldn't
definitely
think
had a
of better use
6-shooter
for it.
and didn't reload,
You're
so...
out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector.
See, he's got a
little
6-shooter.
brain work would
He
be
shot like
preferable
12
now.
times.
Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884.
We gotta pay
with a
close
small
attention to the
fortune.
details,
He
right?
invested
Because
his money
this
in
is
a property called
this
Woodman's
is
Lee, near Forest Road
Sherlock
in
Holmes,
Sussex.
right? Sherlock Holmes
Where he
pays
lived for
attention to the
6 years,
details, so
where he was
I gotta do
found
it too.
dead yesterday.
I gotta get in
Has
the headspace,
investigation
you know what I
already
mean?
begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time.
Half an hour?
Join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What
Oh,
have they
those
done this
dang
time?
merry men.
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone
That
then.
that window is like an epilepsy warning all in itself. Look at this. It's even happening outside of the cutscenes. Yikes. Okay, here we go. Open casebook. Blah, 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 blah. Select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe to join Lestrade, Woodman's Lee. Alright, here we go. Interesting. Oh, that's glitchy too. Hey, get your shit together. Whoever made this game needs to get their act together. Holmes is... Okay, so we gotta find... Suit. Suit. What do we got? No. I have to look classy and respectful. So, unbuttoned suit, not respectful. Okay, we're getting there. That's better. Okay. These are all fine. I like that one. I like the light suit too. Let's do the light suit. I think everything else is locked. So let's go with light suit. How do we just go back? Nice. Got a light suit on. Perfect. Okay. So now Now we leave.
This is where I keep my post.
Okay, cool. Thank you for telling me that. Okay, so now we go Woodman's Lee. And solve a crime. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, this we already know all this. That's fine. Let's go. We're gonna destroy this crime scene. Figuratively.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Come on! Alright. I'm coming. What do you want? I'm busy.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
Well, why are you yelling at me?
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
When was the body found?
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was
Oh,
open.
he's standing very
but
close
I
to
didn't
her.
go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Did he have visitors?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Anything unusual that
Madam,
night?
can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Evening before the murder.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Classic. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, this? Cameo. Catholic Rosary. Crested tit. Gardening gloves, okay. Birdhouse. Everything will become easier.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
How do I do? Oh, cute. How do you know of Plymouth? Pilgrimage.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor
Got him.
there,
Get wrecked.
and you married him soon afterwards.
Yeah, get
That
wrecked.
is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How
Of course it's what happened.
Thank you, madam.
I make no mistakes. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Now, okay, we don't need that. Let's go inspect. Right? It's over here. Inspect the crime scene. T. I have a Witcher sense. Okay, what is this? Footprints. Okay.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Alrighty. Taken from an expert, I guess.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Okay, not to touch anything. Okay. I'm in.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Good thinking.
Hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Okay. Getting suspicious here. T. This. I see it right here. Let me click on it.
These scratches are fresh.
Oh boy. Somebody's
You're
trying to get
right.
rid of the body.
Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Now, a mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Did not. Okay, can you let me in now so I can look at the body? There we go. Ooh, yikes.
What a terrible way to die.
Yikes. That is, unfortunate for that gentleman. Okay. So. Suspiciously empty space. Let's take a look at that.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
What was inside?
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, so now that's green, so that means that I don't need to look at that anymore.
Hammerfest.
Hammerfest.
Dundee. It's a whaling map.
Whaling map. Cool. Okay, green, green. We gotta make everything green.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
His mouth isn't moving, and I'm talking. Come on.
Harpoons for hunting whales.
Let's see what's in here. There's boots. Yep,
Peter
we
Carey's
gotta
boots. They look to be a size 8.
go check that out outside.
Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
Okay, we got go over here to the table. Table. Okay.
Rum. A sailor's drink.
Oh yeah.
Someone drank from this glass recently. It seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Like anyone else, right? That's what everybody does.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
It's not very nice. I thought it was pretty good. Drugs? Oh,
This
no.
aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding? Oh. Wait. Wait. Just wait. I'm getting it. Hold on. Oh, okay, I see. I'm, almost there. That looks... Oh, I'm almost there. Just a little tweaking. And then this boy goes down here.
Yeah, this is a coarse tobacco, quite
Got it.
strong and very popular among sailors.
Nice, green, okay.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Okay, so dead body. Now we're getting to the goods.
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. Peter Carey.
Who could have done this? Maybe a whale.
He was not
Maybe he got impaled by an angry whale.
That he knew his murderer.
Like the whale like knocked on his door and was like, "Hey, let me in." And then took one of the whaling spears and with his flippers was like...
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Pool of blood. Okay. There's a knife. A sea knife, to be exact. Not just a regular old knife.
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body.
Blood, dead body.
This wooden handle is plain and solid. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Notebook.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
Somebody left it behind.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter.
The guy's
Carey.
trying to come back and get his notebook back, because he knows if they find it, they know it's going to be him.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
B. What does B mean? Find the pair related to the clues and form a deduction. Okay. I didn't have time to read it. Cool. So just match what two things... Notebook and break-in attempts? Alright. Yeah, so I was right. So he's trying to break in to go get his notebook back. Because he dropped it. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated. Okay.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Tab. Okay. So, let me talk to this woman one more time. See if she's anything to say. The wifey. Got anything to say, lady? What's your excuse? Was private papers. Let's ask
Your
about
husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
She's got some very bloodshot eyes. So she's been in her spare time, maybe doing a little of the...
Is this your
Smoky
husband's
smoke?
tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be. But he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Thank you, madam.
Hasn't smoked in a very long time. Maybe he's lying to you. Maybe he's saying he hasn't done it in a long time, but he's actually doing it every single day. The garden.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Well. Inspect when we completed. Nice! I got everything. So, do I talk to you? Yeah.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Oh!
So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
We gotta ready our pistols like 5 hours in advance? What do I do? What do I do? Organize an ambush will decide the mysterious intruder might return tonight to finish what he planned. Okay. So. Lady? Do I have to tell you what's happening? Okay. Is there a gardener?
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. Useless information. Potentially not useless information, but, you know.
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
Oh, okay. Behind the cabin. Over here? Can I go through these bushes? Oh, I can't. Hey, look it. Look, it's more epilepsy for you.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Abruptly cut off.
Did you hear that?
I did hear it. That's him. A child.
This
A child is the
man.
murderer?
I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right.
Oh no. Come on. I want to see what happened. Oh, he's ready. Look at him. He was standing there the whole time and he just
Mr.
let him.
Holmes.
What?
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
He looks like a child.
And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you?
Look at his hands.
You came to retrieve what
Ew.
you lost after
Look at it.
killing Peter Carey. But we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but I... Yes,
What
it's
is
just that I
what
couldn't...
is up with his hands?
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain
These
all
zooms
that
are
to
kind
the
of
judge.
ridiculous.
You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Of course. Of course. I have to do all the work. I, after all, am the best. Open casebook. What do we got? Oh, we gotta go to Scotland Yard. Let's do it. What book am I reading? Crime. Oh, Crime and Punishment. Alright, guys. We're gonna end it here. Solve the crime, I think. But we still gotta question the young gentleman who supposedly murdered this guy. Actually, now that I think about it, that kid didn't look very strong, and the other guy was pretty strong. Remember when he said he looked pretty strong? And he was impaled by a spear, and it apparently had needed to have a lot of force behind it. So I don't know if this young little kid had enough strength to do that. That's, I think, why we're going to have to question him, and we're going to have to decide ourselves whether or not we think that he's guilty or innocent. So next time we will do that. We will figure it out. We'll get to the bottom of it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.